Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Richard. Before I go anywhere, I think what I should do is just quickly address how I left the last video. Just to recap, here is what I said at the end of it. I'll be honest, I'm getting frustrated, I'm becoming annoyed, and I'm just ready to walk away from it all for tonight. So just to basically explain, it was about 1:30 in the morning when I recorded that. I had been having problems trying to solder the dropper wires on the corner section for quite a while, and I just got to the point where I had enough really. Basically, after I finished recording there, I left it. I closed the shed, shut the lights off, and basically went to bed. And when I got up the next morning, I came back in the shed and I kind of cracked on with it really. It was then I realised that I'd actually missed something. I'd forgot to put down some matting. I was planning on putting some matte underlay under the tracks just to basically kind of level it all up and just make it all run nice and smooth. So I kind of did that, and here's where I ended up. So what I've done is I've got some mats, the play mats, and I've glued it down to provide a little bit of extra stability under the tracks. The idea is this is going to be a tunnel, so I'm not too worried about it scenic wise, but just to sell the idea of ballast, I've just used some roofing felt that I've stuck down just to kind of go under the tracks, just where it's going into the tunnel, and obviously where it's coming out the tunnel as well. I might do some ballast on top of that as well, just to kind of add to it. So I've just got some PVA, white PVA, which I'm just going to smother all over it, and then I'm going to glue the next two sections down. I've actually managed to solder the dropper wires onto the tracks, and they've been fed underneath the baseboard. I've been having some problems, mainly with my drawbridge section. When I first built it, yeah, it worked great, it worked absolutely fine. I pinned the track down, it still worked great. The main problem became when I put this stuff on. I've put some foam on the boards so I can put the tracks on top. However, I've noticed that with the extra couple of millimeters that the track's been raised, when I actually open the section here, you can see where the tracks are actually digging into the foam. Now the problem is that when I put track on top of that, if I line it up like I would, and then I lift it up, it's now actually rubbing against, which is causing a problem. The main problem is that as it raises, it kind of pushes against the track that's already on the sort of corner section, which obviously is going to be absolutely no good because that will soon break and cause all sorts of issues. So what I've been doing is trying different ideas out to see if I can work out a better way of doing the hinges. I think I've finally found a solution. What I need to do is raise the hinges so that they are actually completely above the track. So rather than the tracks folding together like so, I want them to kind of fold apart, pull apart. These pieces here represent the corner section and the actual fold up section. What I've done is, rather than having the hinges connected directly to these boards here, I've inserted an upright here and I've connected the hinge at the top. With this arrangement here, what you'll find is, as I raise this section up here, it pulls away, which means that any track or anything on here, even if it's up against the board, is not going to affect it. what I'm thinking is I'm going to have to maybe raise these hinges up. Rather than kind of taking this board apart altogether and just kind of like having to redo it, if I take the hinges up here, one at a time, put in maybe a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch piece of wood and then the hinges on top, then hopefully that will raise it up a little bit more. So what I've done is I've just made up some blocks, some sort of square blocks, which will be where the hinges go on top. What I'm planning on doing is fitting 2 of these onto the actual corner section and 2 onto the drawbridge section. So what I need to do is I need to screw these little blocks onto this section here. The only problem is it's now all pinned down and I need to screw it from underneath up, which could be fun. So what I'm going to have to do is remove this whole section, flip it over and then screw down into these blocks here. I've just taken this section out, pretty much stripped it back, and now I've installed these sections here for the hinges. They are pretty solid. I think that should be okay. Please note it's not the best idea to try and move a section when you've got a full rail on it. There we are, back to normal. I've redone the hinges. They're not wonderful. But now the drawbridge is back in place. So now in theory, rather than flipping up onto the tracks, it should pull away. The only problem is now I've created an issue on this end. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to remove these tracks, sort this end out and then relay these tracks. What I've done, by the way, if anyone is interested, I have actually created a playlist on my channel which is pretty much dedicated to sort of hinges and rising sections. I've linked videos to it that are from YouTube. So they're not necessarily my content, but it's videos that I have watched and I find interesting. So I've put that in my playlists. So if you are interested in looking into this kind of thing in more detail, please just, as I say, follow the playlist. If you're enjoying the videos that I'm posting on YouTube, then please like and subscribe to my channel. We now have a Facebook page as well. facebook.com/follow my progress. You can now drop me an email as well, and that's richard@darlingbrough.co.uk. I will be posting a new video every Friday. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to keep updated. So I'm actually joined by my eldest son Dom, who's 15. He doesn't very often come into the shed. In fact, I think he's not been in since we built the walls. Dom has helped me a lot with the early stages of the shed. He helped me build the shed, he helped me do the installation and also put the walls up. So I just want to say thank you very much, Dom. It has been great. What do you think of it now? You've not seen it for a while, have you?
No.
No, what do you think?
It's alright.
Yeah. Come on a bit, innit?
Yeah.
You looking forward to seeing the trains run?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not bothered, are you?
No, not really, but...
Do you want to just go back to your Xbox?
Yeah.
Go on then. Yeah. Dom has a bit of an issue where he can't get under the shed. So yeah, that's teenagers for you. But yeah, I just wanted to sort of introduce you and let you know that Dom has helped on the early stages. He helped me collect the shed, build the slabs, He helped me with, as I say, the installation and also putting the wood up as well. So he has been a great help in the early stages. But now he's gone back to being a teenager, probably sleeping or sat on his Xbox. But thanks anyway, Dom. I just want to give a big shout out to a friend of mine who's been watching, Andrew Dowd. Thank you very much for getting in touch. He's given me some real positive feedback. He says he really likes the videos, he really likes the editing. He's actually given me a really good tip that all of the wood that I'll be using, he recommends to use some varnish on it, especially because it's in a shed. He said that obviously with the moisture and the heat and the cold, the wood tends to kind of contract and expand. So by putting a coat of varnish on everything, obviously that'll protect the wood and it'll sort of save it from buckling. He also mentioned about the shelves behind me, how they're all bent and sort of sagging out of shape. He recommended putting some batons up underneath the shelves themselves, just to give it a bit of extra support. So that is definitely something I'm looking into. So thank you very much, Andrew. I also want to say hi to Kyle Hill, who messaged me. He's basically said that he's enjoying the videos and he can't wait to see the finished layout. So thank you very much for the support, Kyle. Yeah, neither can I, if I'm honest. It's going to be a long journey. I've still got a lot of work to do. But yeah, every little step that I do on the progress is obviously a step closer to it being finished. Although I say finished, is anyone ever really finished with a model railway? I mean, even once you've got the track down, you've got all the scenery down, you've got the trains running, the people I speak to have always said that they've wanted to make changes, or they're not quite happy with a corner, or they want to redesign the shunting yard, for example. So inevitably the work is not necessarily finished once the layout is complete, because there's always little bits to do. But anyway, thanks very much again for the comment, Kyle, and keep watching. So basically I redid the drawbridge section, as I've just shown you there. I'm still having a few little issues with it. As you can see, it's actually up at the moment. One of the things that I didn't have before was the ability to have it in the upright position when the door was closed, which I can now. Bit of ingenuity, bit of sheer luck, to be honest. But the problem is when I come to lower it. Let me show you. As you can see, it's not quite lowering level. Now I've worked out the problem is just underneath here. All I need to do is trim a little piece off the wooden joist at the bottom of the drawbridge section, and it should work fine. So let's do that now. So I'm going to call this video to a close right now because I don't want it to get too long. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if you are enjoying the progress, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you click on the little bell icon, you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. Normally it is every Friday, but I might post the occasional clip every now and again as well. Don't forget, you can also follow the progress on the Facebook page. That's facebook.com/follow my progress. And if you have any comments, or if you've got any suggestions or anything like that, then please drop me an email as well, richard@darlingbrough.co.uk. In the meantime, I will say thank you for watching. Don't forget to watch next week, where I'll be getting some foam down on the layout so I can get some track down. In the meantime, thanks for watching and see you again next week. Bye.